Good morning and bonjour, and welcome to the first of our recipes from Moldova. So this is the 7th country that we've covered so far in our travels, and we're heading from the Balkans out eastwards to the very edge of the Balkans. In fact, even beyond the Balkans, which is where Moldova lies. It's very much at the crossroads of many great blocks: the Russian Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and Europe. And as a result, Moldova has seen a lot of travellers, traders, and indeed invaders over the centuries. But with everything that goes with that, of course. But it has brought a very interesting mix to the country in terms of its culture, its ethnic mix, its languages, and of course its food. Because the influences stem from the 13th, 14th century onwards under the historic Principality of Moldavia, then under the influence of the Ottoman Empire from the 16th century to the 19th, when Moldavia effectively was subsumed into the Ottoman Empire, and then the Russian Empire and its successor, the Soviet Union, for which it was a part of from the 19th century to the end of the 20th century. So, I mean, that's not even scratching the surface of Moldovan history. It's a very interesting history to read, and I thoroughly recommend it. But in terms of its food, it's left a legacy, and today we're going to do a very traditional and very important dish, which is very much at the heart of Moldovan cuisine. Very simple, and basically it's called Zeama, and it's chicken soup. But it's chicken soup done Moldovan style. So what do we need? Well, we definitely need some chicken, a whole selection of vegetables. I've got onion, celeriac, red and green pepper, some carrots, some potato, and I've rescued some parsnips from my freezer, some fresh herbs, parsley or whatever you can get, and then a little bit of lemon juice to give it a slightly sharp edge, and a little bit of milk to soften the sharp edge, plus salt and pepper. So that's and then pasta to go in to bulk it out at the end to help feed the family. Now we're going to use shop-bought pasta. I'm not going to go through the process of making noodles today, although that would have been much more normal and still is in many Moldovan kitchens. But I am, in addition, going to make some stock. Now, obviously, you can use stock cube or something, and in which case, this next little section, you don't need to worry too much about. But what I'm going to do is make up some proper chicken stock in the kitchen. So we'll come back here in a little while to look at the preparation of the soup ingredients. But first, we're going to head to the kitchen and make some chicken stock. Okay, as simple as it gets today. A chopping board, a knife, a wooden spoon, and a large saucepan. And if you're making your own stock, probably a sieve as well. Okay, so what I've got here from my vegetable assortment is some onion, some pepper, some parsnip, a little bit of celeriac, and also I've added a clove of garlic. So that's going to go into our pan, just very roughly chopped like that. Then our chicken pieces, and then rummaging through my fridge, I found a few cabbage leaves and a stick of celery, and then I'm going to add 1 bay leaf to that, and then cover it with water like that. And then just put that on to simmer. Well, about 45 minutes. To some extent, the longer the better. The longer you can leave it, stock matures. But what I'm actually going to do today is a double stock. So it's like having a belts and braces to keep your trousers up, because I am going to use the chicken stock cube as well. So it's a combination. So if you're going to do it with a chicken stock cube, don't worry about this. Just get your stock cube and make up the stock with some water. But I'm just going to add the stock cube to the pan like that and leave that. Probably top it up with a little bit more water. So we've got about 1 litre of water now altogether. And that's going to simmer nicely for, as I say, 45 minutes while we go back and prepare the rest of the ingredients to add to our stock to make our soup. Okay, I'll leave you to note down what you need for the stock if you're making it. But if you're using bought prepared stock or a stock pot, then that's all you need from the left column. So for the soup itself, we need around 150 grams of cooked chicken, half an onion diced, 1 carrot diced, 1 potato diced, half a red pepper diced, half a green pepper diced, half a parsnip diced, a tablespoon of parsley or other herbs chopped, a little bit of lemon juice, 75 grams of noodles, 50 millilitres of milk, salt and pepper. Okay, so our stock is now simmering away in the kitchen. What I've done is I've chopped all my vegetables. That's potato, parsnip, celeriac, carrot, onion, red pepper and green pepper into small pieces. I've broken my spaghetti or noodle into small manageable pieces. I've chopped my parsley, and I'm also going to add a little bit of dill, but you can use almost any herb you've got available. Very traditionally it would have been lovage, if you can find it. Very traditional in that part of the world. So we're going to head to the kitchen and make up our soup. But I did say in the introduction that this is not only a very traditional dish, it's a very important dish. And the reason it's so important is it is actually the world's greatest hangover cure. Now, one of Moldova's greatest, if not its greatest export is its wine. It's a wonderful wine producing country, red and white, but the reds especially. Nowadays you can find them in wine stores around the world. You may have had some yourself. It's very, very good. So it makes very good sense that a country which produces good quantities of very good quality wine should also produce the world's greatest hangover cure. So let's head to the kitchen and make it. Okay, so I've taken my piece of chicken out of the stock, and now I'm going to drain my stock. We'll put it through a sieve, get everything out, just give the pan a rinse, and all of this stuff now, we're going to throw that away. It's done its job. So that's it. And away that goes. And we pour our stock back into the pan. So we have our soup, and to that we're going to add all our vegetables and let that simmer then for about 20 minutes or so. And then after that, when the potatoes and onions are cooked, then we're going to add our noodles, our milk, our fresh herbs, and a little bit of lemon juice, just a squeeze. Traditionally this would have been borщ, which is a sour fermented wheat, which you can get if you've got a Romanian shop near you maybe, but otherwise lemon juice does the job. And let that cook then till the pasta's cooked, or about another 10 minutes. And then we put our meat back. You can either put it back whole like this and put it into people's dishes as a whole piece of chicken, or you can take the meat off the bone and add it to warm it through again at the end. And there we have Zeama, the world's best hangover cure. Iată vin la vale, se cobor pe